Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, innies, outies and in-betweeners. It's me, Dan, and welcome back to another PAP Reports, the bad bits. It's Monday, August the 17th, 2020. Devon and Cornwall police have dismissed claims that a man being detained was kneed in the head by the arresting constables. Footage emerged last week of police struggling with a man that they were trying to detain in a hospital corridor, with a witness claiming that the police had kneed the man in the face whilst he was being held by two other police. The witness added, the man was causing a bit of commotion and resisting, but he was on crutches and was held by two other police officers. Myself and two other people witnessed it. They brought out a screen across after I managed to get the footage. They also claimed that more police attended the incident after it had happened. A Devon and Cornwall police spokesperson said that footage from officers' body-worn video cameras had been reviewed by a senior officer and it painted a different picture than the one shown in the short clip by the member of the public. Of course it did. The spokesperson said, we have viewed the officers' body-worn video footage of the entire incident with the full context of the situation. The officers have used official techniques in their attempt to safely restrain the individual and have acted proportionately in context with the situation. A man on crutches, mind you. The video actually shows the officer has used an official technique to try and kick the male's legs away and not put a knee to the head in order to put him to the ground. The 25-year-old man from Plymouth was arrested on suspicion of GBH and is in police custody. Now here's the video that was shared, and please, can someone point out to me where this cop actually goes for the lad's legs? Because I sure as shit can't see it. Also, I would like to know why they're going for the legs when the man was on crutches. I'd suggest that that would not be proportionate and in fact could have caused severe further injury without knowing what injuries the man already had before trying to kick the male's legs away.
Yeah, no, I forgot that. Thank you.
Another utterly reprehensible reaction from a major high street retailer in the name of virtue signalling. Marks and Spencers have apologised after a customer criticised the brand for naming its darker coloured bras differently to its lighter coloured bras. Although you would come to expect that different colours would be called different things. It's going to become ever so complicated if every colour was the fucking same. Kusi Kimani was shopping in one of the retailer's stores when she noticed how the lighter bras were named after sweet treats and desserts, and the dark coloured bra, however, was named tobacco. I don't personally see a problem there. It's a descriptive word, a word that's widely used and understood by people. Kimani said, I saw it about 2 weeks after George Floyd's death and it was particularly raw to see at that time. Why not call it cocoa, caramel or chocolate, sweet dessert items? But they use tobacco. I was shocked when I saw it. But the reason they didn't use one of those other terms is probably because they've already used them for other shades. Besides, would it really have made a difference? A virtue signal will jump on any opportunity they can to get their 5 minutes of self-importance. Now, if they'd called it Asian suntan or African black, then I would say that that's inappropriate. But how can calling something tobacco coloured, a bra of all things, be seen as being fucking racist? Kimani went on to describe the branding as hurtful and as an example of how bias is ingrained into society and only helps fuel racism. Says the woman trying to fuel racism. If a young girl is already uncomfortable with the colour of her skin, She will be feeling even more alienated, she said. To see that tobacco is for their skin tone will make them feel unwanted by society. I've got to say that I don't think there's anyone out there with skin tone that matches the bra's colour. It is not designed to reflect a skin tone, it's simply a colour of a garment. I don't see any signs or comments about it saying tobacco bra looks invisible on the right shade of black person. I mean, that would be fucking harmful, but that's not the case here. She went on to say, tobacco is referred to in society as bad, unhealthy and highly likely to kill. Smoking kills. But no one's looking at a bra and thinking, wow, that colour reflects death. What the fuck? Anyway, just like the BBC did recently, Marks and Spencer's folded like a wet paper bag and issued an apology. The spokesperson said, in June, we shared our commitments to being a truly inclusive place to shop and work, and were honest that we have more to do and more to learn. As part of this, we are reviewing our ranges supported by our BAME network to ensure we have lingerie items that are flattering and suitable for all customers. All of our products, colour names, have been taken from a design colour palette used across the industry, but we agree with Cussy. So it's industry standard across hundreds or thousands of retailers, but you agree with one person that wants to bitch about it. We are changing the name of the bra colour, they said, and are working at writing to Cussy to confirm that and let her know that we're sorry for not moving faster. Now, I don't often shop in Marks and Spencer's. On occasions I have, but this act of utter spinelessness just makes me have such a lower opinion of them. In fact, my opinion of them now is as if they had used tobacco bra looks invisible on a right shade of black person. A single comment about the colour used to describe a bra and they fold. It's not like there was a vote, but isn't it amazing how everyone's so scared to even stick up for themselves these days? Not me though. 29-year-old father of 3 from Rochdale. Yeah, you know where this one's going already, don't you? Marc Hicks appeared in Minshall Street Crown Court before the weekend after he sent a 15-year-old girl sexually suggestive messages last Christmas. The court heard how Hicks had told the girl she deserved to be treated like a princess and that if she wanted to experience something he could help her, and asked her what experience she had, sending further messages complimenting the girl and saying how pretty she was before asking her to delete the messages from her inbox. When Hicks was initially arrested, he claimed he didn't recall the conversation, but then said he was trying to boost her self-esteem. Because nothing boosts a young girl's self-esteem like being fucking groomed. You cunt. Judge Angela Neild described Hicks's behaviour as inexplicable. One way to put it, I suppose. Christmas now for her is forever tainted by what happened. If the facts of her age and her vulnerability were insufficient to put you off from your inexplicable behaviour at that time, it is difficult to work out what would have done. You had 3 small children, for which you were responsible jointly, and you were in what on the face of it was a positive relationship. Nevertheless, you chose over a relatively short period, but a period of persistence to communicate with her. You offered yourself as a teacher. You were not specific as to what activities you were willing to engage in, but nevertheless the insinuation was there. And as you would expect, the punishment for someone who was trying to groom a young girl, which had not been caught, is almost certain to have progressed to something more sinister, taking into account he comes from Rochdale, where the police and courts are far more likely to deal with these types of offences more harshly because of the events in the area over the past several decades. Hicks was sentenced to... Do you know what? I can't even do it as a joke. I really can't. He got what I got when I was growing weed. 18 months suspended for 2 fucking years. Because that's how you get people who make mistakes to hate the police and court system, and how you get the sick, disgusting, cretinous cunts to join the police and the court system. We spoke a couple of weeks ago about a report of a Conservative MP who still remains unnamed, who was arrested on the 1st of August on suspicion of sexual offences and assault. Well, some new information now reveals that it is in fact suspicion of 4 separate incidents involving allegations of sexual offences and assault. But yet he still remains unnamed. Even though the Conservatives were called on by others to suspend the MP, Mark Spencer, the Chief Whip, said it was for the police to investigate and refused to take any action during the investigation. However, now, although he has still not been suspended, it has been said that they won't be expecting him back to the Commons until after his bail date in November, obviously pending the outcome of the investigation. And instead, he's going to be working remotely from home. The Mayor of London's Victims Commissioner, Claire Waxman, has criticised the decision to allow the MP to work remotely, saying that he should not have contact with constituents while being investigated. Metropolitan Police confirmed on Sunday that it had extended the former minister's bail until the middle of November. The force said its investigation was being carried out by the Met Central Specialist Crime Complex case team. When the story first broke, it was said that the victim alleged that the MP assaulted her, forced her to have sex and left her so traumatised that she had to go to the hospital. Metropolitan Police said it had launched an investigation after it received allegations on the 31st of July this year. These offences are alleged to have occurred at addresses in Westminster, Lambeth and Hackney between July 2019 and January 2020. A spokeswoman on behalf of the Conservative Whip's office said these are serious allegations and it is right that they are investigated fully. The decision on the whip will be reviewed once the police investigation has been concluded. But reacting to the news the MP would still be working from home, Claire Waxman tweeted, "I advise some rape victims to talk to their MP if they're dissatisfied in the way this case is handled. Now I have to think twice as I could be referring a vulnerable victim to a rape suspect." A group of women's charities and unions have called on Parliament to step in to suspend the MP, claiming the incident has shown party politics was still interfering in justice and fairness. For an MP to be suspended by the Commons, a complaint needs to be considered by the House's Commissioner for Standards and an independent expert panel. If that complaint is considered to be serious enough for suspension or expulsion, the panel will make that recommendation to the Commons and MPs will vote on it. Big thank you to all of the supporters of the channel, especially my channel Patreon supporters. Your support really does help me, especially when I have to put out videos such as this one. And that's all I have for you today in today's Too Much for YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe and let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, please look after each other, film the police and of course other officials. Good night all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.